Heck yeah. Good stuff there. Hello folks, JM Outdoors here, and today we're heading over to Scales Lake to ride with Trails with Matt. If you haven't caught my previous videos, I do a lot of riding with Matt. Today we're going to do some how-tos. We're going to work on some stuff with Matt that he's been kind of, not really confident to hit. Some drops and maybe some jumps today. He can jump and he can do drops, but usually he's doing very small ones, and he's not real confident in doing any bigger ones. So now we're gonna kind of talk him through and work with him on how to hit these, and we'll do some how-tos and shoot, little shoot, and then we'll break it down on what he needs to do, and in order to help him do this. Everybody's been doing these how-to videos and stuff, so it ought to be a great day, and should be some good stuff. So, and we'll probably run into our friend Pat Ivy. He's apparently off work today and going to be over here, so we may even get him on there, but I doubt he's going to do any of the drops and stuff. He'll just tell you he wants to ride his effing bike. So anyways, well, we'll catch you later. And so folks, we just pulled up here at Scales Lake Park, and over here we have Trails with Matt. Wave to the camera, Matt. Anyways, like I said, we're gonna do some how-to stuff today. How to do some drops, maybe some jumps. We'll figure out the rest as it comes along. We ain't on any time crunch other than I have to pick my daughter up from school, so we're just gonna kind of do our own thing. And a big old horsefly. Okay, so what we're going to do now is Matt's wanting to learn how to turn faster, especially like on flat turns, which this is a slightly downhill into a flat turn. There's no berm or anything. So we're going to teach him how to hit this at speed, but we're going to go slow so you guys here at home can see what we're doing here. So the first thing, you're going to want to set your speed before you're going into the turn. So you want to hit your brakes, obviously from here, back here where I'm at. You want to scrub your speed going into that turn. You don't want to overcook it going in there, because especially with the way the conditions are now, they're dry. So this trail a few months ago was still new and was just getting burned in, and now it's hard packed as all get out, so it's like really fast. I mean, I picked up a lot of speed coming down just that little hill, and like I said, we're going to do this kind of slow. And what you're going to do is, since this is a right hand turn, I'm going to push down on the right side of my bars. I'm not going to lift up. I'm just going to kind of chicken wing my left arm, and I'm going to drop my left leg all the way down like that. Now you can come in with your pedals level. I mean, that's another technique, doing the same thing. I'm going to come into it with my foot down, and what that's going to do is it's going to weight my bottom bracket, and it's going to help me dig those side knobs of that tire in. As you can see, I've got a fairly tall side knob on this tire, and that should help me dig in, so when I hit the turn, I don't have to scrub any more speed while I'm in the turn, because tires are only meant to do one thing at a time. They're not a multitask thing. Now you can trail drag brakes into a turn, and that's a whole nother topic, but all you're going to do there is just basically keep your speed the same. Since you're going like this turf here is downhill, you don't want to accelerate while you're making the turn. You want to accelerate out. So trail dragging your brakes will be, you just very lightly modulate them enough to just keep your speed the same as after you've scrubbed your speed up here a little bit. And that's all you're going to do, is just barely hit your brakes enough to just get you through the turn. And that'll help you pick up your speed coming out, because as soon as we come out, there's a bridge on the other side, and we're going to actually go uphill into another turn. And there you'll do the same thing, but you're not going to have to hit your brakes at all for that turn because you're going uphill. So, all right, camera's on. All right, you ready? Dropping in. Follow me in. So, I'm going to lead Matt into this. We've got a little jump here. And you don't have to hit it real hard, but I kind of like compressing my suspension to help me get off of it, get me out there a little further. But the one that makes him leery about this is when you jump it, you're setting yourself right up. I don't know if you can see it down there or not. There's a berm, a corner with a small berm to it. Now it's very hittable, but if you don't have the confidence in it, it makes it very difficult for a beginner that's learned how to jump and stuff. It makes it very difficult for them. They don't, they're not used to doing this. It takes them out of their comfort zone. Well, today we're going to get this jump here into Matt's comfort zone. It's not a high jump, but it's downhill into a turn. And with him having a motocross background, I think he's going to be just fine. So we'll have to see. Anyways, he's going to set up his camera down here so we can get another angle on it. And we're going to link the side views into his channel, so you'll have to check that out. You'll see what it's like from my view, and then we'll see what it's like from the other view. And like I said, I always keep my feet level on the pedals. I compress my suspension a little bit, and more or less you just have to roll off of this. Just pull your front end up just a little bit. When you do that, as you compress your suspension, you're going to obviously it's going to spring you upwards, which will get you off the jump without hanging your back wheel up. And then the next thing you got to do is drop your right leg, push down on the left side of the bars, and go into the berm. Now normally you wouldn't have to do that, but because the berm's so shallow and you're going to be going kind of fast, I like to dig those side knobs in as I'm going into the turn to kind of help control my speed, along with a little bit of braking, some trail drag, obviously, because you don't have a lot of room between here and there to slow yourself down. So we're going to trail drag the brakes. This is one of those situations that, is a little different. Matt, you'll be just fine with this. I'll tow you in with the right amount of speed and everything like that. Because you don't have to be carrying an amazing amount of speed to hit this. All right, so are you ready? Yep. All right. Rolling, yeah. Hopefully I don't have to flip any of this crap, but you know what I'm talking about? Yep. They're probably looking, hey, look, man, Joe needs to clean out his boogers or something, But anyways, so here's the ski jump. It's not super high, but where Matt's getting kind of freaked out is, it's intimidating because the transition is way over here. It's kind of like doing a gap jump with no real gap in it. There's no, yeah. And you see where Matt's bike is. A lot of times I'm not even landing there anymore. I'm landing further out, but it just depends on how fast I'm going when I hit the jump. I mean, that's the big thing, is your speed's going to determine where you're going to land. Obviously, you want to land in the transition somewhere along where Matt's at, but you don't have to. If you case it, you're going to wind up here. And if you go nose heavy, obviously you're going to go OTV, so, and we don't want that. But Matt's going to film me. He's going to get his camera set up and get it rolling, and I'm going to cruise back up the uphill, up this little downhill here, so I can pick up some speed to hit this. We should be good. Matt, just let me know when you're ready. Alright, I'm going to turn around. So I've got some down trees still in here. That one just fell. It's rotten though. Alright, so obviously I'm going to drop my dropper post because I'm going to be up off the saddle for this. And there you have it. So, as you can obviously hear, there's a train in the background. Matt's down here. He's going over what we're fixing to do. We've got a couple of drops here. And of course, they're on a hill. We're going to start with the small one on Matt. I'm going to lead him into it with as much speed as he's going to need. And as you go across it, you're basically going to kind of compress your suspension. Another good video to watch is Jeff Lanowski, How Not to Do Drops. And he'll use several videos of people that kind of did the wrong thing. So we're going to go off this short one, and I'm going to teach him how to hit that drop because it's much easier, you know, to start out with.
It's only about a foot off the ground, maybe 2 foot. 1 foot.
And the other one, believe it or not, it's only about 2 foot. It's not very tall. But when you're standing up on a hill, looking down at it, it can be intimidating. One thing you're going to want to do is make sure your dropper's down, because you don't want your dropper in your way. Okay? We're going to walk back up here, and when he gets ready, he's going to follow me, and I'm going to lead him into it. Then if he likes what he did, because the drop was the first thing we were intentionally wanting to do. So Matt's going to use his camera because I only have one. Matt's got several, but he's going to use his camera to film, to break down what I did on the jump, what I'm doing on the drops. He's going to probably slow it down for you folks at home to see. So I'm going to get his link to his channel, and we're going to put it on mine, so that way everybody knows, hey, I need to go over and check this guy out. He's going to break down the other part, because you're going to get the back part from me, and you're going to get the side views from him. And basically where I'm at is all the speed I'm going to need to roll into this drop. Like I said, you don't need a ton of speed on this, because you're going to pick up speed as you go. But you don't want to fly into it either, because, you know, not with what we're trying to do to show you. I mean, a lot of times I do hit it much faster, but, you know, with today, him learning how to do it, we're going to slow it down a little bit. It is actually easier if you're going a little faster. You just got to remember when you're going faster, though, and it shoots you off the right angle. The problem with the big one is if you go too fast, though, and you get too much, you're going to hit the bottom of the hill instead of landing on the side of the hill. The transition, I should say. I don't know if you can see it in the video, folks, but the mosquitoes and the horseflies are awful. So I'm definitely going to be ready for when fall gets here, which last year took all the way till December. So Matt's down there getting his camera going, folks. At some point in time, he will be walking up the hill, I promise you. Well, if it ain't, we'll find out later, won't we? I'm going to get a call. Man, that footage was no good. So I'm not going to be in a real hard gear whenever I go, because you're going to pick up speed as we go. You know what I'm saying? Because that drop's pointing downhill. Let me know when you're ready, and then I'll take off, and that way you can catch up here to me and follow me down. You ready? Yep. All right, we're going off the small drop. Remember, make sure your butt's over your back tire a little bit too. Did you do it?
Yeah.
Did you see what I did whenever I went off of it? I kind of just went like that, just almost like you were doing a flat bunny hop, that you're just popping your wheels up. All right, what I want you to do is, I'm going to film you. I want you to do it again. Now that you know how fast you have to go into it, that drop's going to seem like child's play now. You don't have to go any faster. When you know, and then later on, you can start picking up your speed, you know. And there he goes, almost all the way up the hill. I didn't even see where you put your camera. Oh, I see it now. Sinkhole, full of water. All right, so folks, I'm going to take this out of the holder.
Yes, I did it. Woo!
He's all happy. He's finally conquered one of his fears. He's been with me numerous times. He's watched me hit these drops. The other one is a little trickier because it is taller. So your body position really needs to be right, with your butt kind of over your back tire a little more, so you don't drop off nose heavy. And like I said, you want to just compress the suspension, go down with your arms, and lift off. And that's all you do. You don't have to do a whole lot. You don't have to over exaggerate it. All you're wanting to do is just basically go down and pop up enough to just get your tires off the end of it.
It does make me nervous, but I do.
But you want both tires to come up, because woo! There we go. He's all happy now. All right, so we're gonna watch him do this, and I'm gonna put my bike off to the side here. I'll set her down, and here we go. I'm pretty happy for him, because he's been wanting to do this for a while. And remember, just look where you're wanting to go. Don't look at your front tire. All right. I don't blame him for wanting a little bit more speed. There he goes. And he hit the jump too. So he just hadn't quite worked up that big old ski jump, because it is kind of taller, and it's on a hill, so it kind of makes it look a little more intimidating. But he'll get it. There you go, people. You know that at least two of us woo like Ric Flair. Yeah, that's for you, Wes. Have you seen his Strava name? That's a nature boy. Which is bad, because you're not going to pick up a whole hell of a lot.
You ready?
Yeah. I didn't clear them all, but I got up there pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, but I didn't go out very far.
You want to do it again?
No, we're cool. But it was fun, because I never really looked at that as a place to do that at.